Hello my dear friends, so welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today in this video, let's try to understand planet Ketu placement in the third house of your Vedic astrological birth chart and what are the kind of results that are associated with this placement. Also, I'm going to cover up the special aspects of the Ketu because Ketu is going to aspect 5, 7 and 9 places away. So what are the karmas that are associated with your 7th house of marriage, 9th house of belief system and 11th house of your incoming gains as well. See, first of all, you have to have basic understandings regarding planet Ketu and specifically the third house in Vedic astrology. On one hand, if I talk about regarding planet Ketu, this is a planet which signifies discontentment. The feeling of non-satisfaction in your life, this thing is connected with planet Ketu. In whichever house this Ketu is posited, it shows you are non-satisfied with that areas of your life. Also, Ketu is a significator or karka of detachment as well. Any kind of a separation, physical separation from something, that thing is also represented by Ketu. Ketu also, it is a very mystical kind of a planet and it represents very weird kind of a desires as well. Because Ketu is a malefic planet and malefic planets have that kind of a tendencies which are going to give you some kind of a desires. Also, the undecisiveness, like lack of clarity in your mind, these things are also governed by Ketu because Ketu is a headless entity. The upper portion, this is Rahu, and the below portion is Ketu. So Ketu have no ability of the thinking ability. So that is the planet which represents, like, you will not be able to think clearly or specifically into certain areas. That thing is Ketu. Also, Ketu represents flags as well, and flag is a representation of achievement. Like, you have achieved something and you have put the flag over there. Apart from this, Ketu is a very spiritual kind of entity as well. In certain signs and certain nakshatras, Ketu represents very deep level of spiritualism or the knowledge of Adhyattam, as well as the knowledge of Vedas as well, yoga, mysticism, spirituality, everything is ruled by Ketu. So that is quite a very, very important planet. And remember one thing regarding Ketu, it is the higher form of the Mars. So just like the Mars, Ketu is having that kind of energy associated with this planet. And on the other hand, if I talk about regarding your third house, that is the house of your willpower and courage. Like, you are putting the efforts at something, so that efforts are seen from third house. Third house is the house of your siblings as well, the relationship aspect with your siblings, your communication, your ability to communicate your ideas or present yourself into other world or in the society. So that level of presentation skills are also seen from third house. Also, third house, it is the house of all the mass media, journalism sector, all the social media sites, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything, it is somewhat ruled by the third house. So first of all, when you are going to put Ketu into the third house, these individuals are very hardworking person, very hardworking individuals. But these individuals, they will not be able to understand in which area or which direction I need to put my hard work. Because this is a malefic entity and Ketu shows the directionless path. So these individuals in the initial stages of their life, they are working hard 24 hours a day. But they are always putting their hard work into some wrong direction. They don't understand, like, whether we are putting that hard work into some specific direction or not. Because Ketu is going to create a lot of waviness into the third house. The opinions and the ideas of the other individuals that are totally going to reshape their entire life. Because here the person is very undecisive, very unclear regarding all the aspects of the life. Whether it is their personal life, their marriage life, their career, their professional life, everything. Apart from this, Ketu, whenever it is going into the third house, this is the house of your siblings as well. So it shows some kind of a detachment from your siblings as well. That would depend upon the planetary alignment as well. The third house lord also goes to play a vitally important role, or the conjunction of the Ketu is also going to play an important role in determining the overall aspect. Apart from this, Ketu, whenever it is going into the third house, these individuals, they are like very efficient kind of a planner, I can say. Very efficient in planning the activities. But when it comes to the execution of the ideas, that is not possible, because Ketu represents some kind of a research work as well. In the third house, Ketu gives them a lot of analyzing abilities as well. These individuals are very good in analyzing both the positive, negative, every aspect of the life. But sometimes I've usually seen with Ketu in the third house, these individuals easily they get caught up into the negative emotions. And as soon as they like caught up into that negative kind of a situation, then it becomes very, very difficult for them to get out of that kind of a pull. Because Rahu is directly posited into your 9th house, so that is your higher belief system, the things you truly believe in. And Rahu in the 9th house, Rahu is a very obsessive kind of entity. Rahu is going to give you very weird kind of a belief system as well. Your philosophy or your opinion towards the life is not going to match with the rest of the entire world. So that is also going to be a critical thing. In that way, although success is going to be seen with this axis of Rahu and Ketu after a lot of hardships and lot of struggles, but this placement is going to give a lot of detachment into their personal life as well, into their professional life as well. No matter how many hours they are putting at something, they are always discontented. They are always non-satisfied with their hard work. They always think in their mind like, I need to put some extra efforts. I need to put some extra efforts at something. And every time when they are putting some extra efforts, putting more and more hard work, they are strengthening this aspect of Ketu. But this Ketu is giving them the non-satisfaction. And that is where I will tell you, these individuals, this lead to some kind of a non-satisfaction, and they are unhappy with their certain areas of their life. Because the 5th aspect on the 7th house of your marriage and married life, it becomes very, very crucial for you to choose a life partner very wisely. Because if Ketu is creating mental confusion with its 5th aspect in the 7th house, it is also going to create a mental confusion at the time of you getting married as well. At the time of you finding a life partner, Ketu is going to create a lot of confusion over there. And I will tell you, with the passage of time, this Ketu aspect also shows some discontentment into your marriage and married life as well. These individuals in the later stages of their life, they somewhere tend to want to avail the path of spiritualism and go into the field of the spirituality. Then they are no longer concerned with the day-to-day life, their materialistic world, their cars, their homes, their family life as well. So that is going to be quite a critical aspect. In that case, their family life is going to suffer a lot with this kind of a Ketu aspect into the 7th house. And that is not their fault. That is because of the lack of decision making or undecisiveness into their life. Also, Rahu in the 9th house, it becomes very, very beneficial for these individuals if they move out of their current place to some new place. Shifting from one location to some new location is vitally important for these individuals, because Rahu is a karka of the foreign lands and foreign element as well. Experiencing the foreign culture. Rahu, whenever it is going into the 9th house, this may represent marriage outside of your caste, creed and culture. Or maybe you are belong to very poor background and you are getting married to a very wealthy family. Very rich spouse you are going to get. So that is exactly governed by this Rahu in the 9th house. Also, I will tell you, traveling is going to be very, very beneficial for you. Anytime if you find any kind of hardships, struggle, pain, any kind of a thing in your life, if you're suffering at some point, go and take the path of Rahu, that is traveling. Traveling is going to be number one aspect in your life in order to reshape your ideologies, reshape your mindset as well. So that is vitally important for you. Never ever miss any traveling opportunity with this axis. And lastly, Ketu is aspecting your 11th house. So that is the house of your professional friend circle and incoming gains as well. Ketu is going to give you lot of selfish individuals in your life, lot of selfish. Like these individuals, they are always present over there in your good time. But as soon as your bad time in the life is going to start, they are going to leave you one by one, because that is pure detachment. Ketu don't want you to stay with that unnecessary friends and friend circle. And at that time, specifically at the age of 42, that is the self-realization. Then these individuals, they tend to realize this thing. Like, I have given everything to these individuals. Now at my downtime, no one is supporting me. And that is where this act as an eye opener as well. Like Saturn return specifically is going to shift your entire life. Similarly with the maturity of Ketu as well. After the age of 42 specifically, because of the self-realizations, Ketu is going to completely, or it is drastically going to change every aspect of your life. It may be related to your career, it may be related to your personal life, like you are doing a job after the age of 42, suddenly you go into the field of business. So that kind of a strong aspects are also seen with this Ketu. For that we need to check the third house Lord placement as well. Because if Ketu and Rahu, if they are in conjunction with some planets, then it is going to mold the complete predictions as well. So it is vitally important for you to check all these factors before making or giving some predictions. Apart from this, one more thing. If Ketu placement in the third house, if it is with the benefic planets like Mercury, Jupiter, and even with the Venus or Moon as well, I will tell you these individuals, they are very, very detail oriented kind of a person. They are having that kind of a very neat and clean eye towards something. Whenever they perform something, they perform it really very, very fast. That is unmatchable kind of a speed. Because Ketu is a very weird entity. Don't consider like Ketu is a headless entity, so it is having the inability. I will tell you, Ketu is a very efficient planet. It is going to help you into building lot of things in your life. Even I will tell you, if Ketu is very well dignified in the third house, in its Mahadasha or Antardasha, Ketu is going to bless you with lot of fortune, money, wealth, everything, materialistic things as well. So that is the power of Ketu. Never ever underestimate Rahu and Ketu axis in your birth chart. That is going to determine your life path as well. That is also going to determine whether you are going to live your life in that way or in that way. So your life pattern is decided by Rahu and Ketu axis. So that is vitally important to check this axis as well. So that's it guys from my side in this video. I hope you like the analysis. If you have any queries, any questions regarding your Ketu placement, marriage, career, or any other spiritual consultation, do let me know. I'm going to respond you back as soon as possible. So till then, please subscribe my channel below and make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. Till then, please take care of yourself, and I'm going to meet you very, very soon in the next video. Bye bye and take care.